Hey guys, so today we are going to do a review of the Minelab Vanquish 540. In this review video, we're going to kind of go over the different features it has, the different options you can do with it. We're going to do an air test for the V12 and the V8 coils. All right, so we're just going to jump right into these features and show you what this thing's got. Holding it, it is very light. This is one you could definitely swing all day and not get too tired swinging it. It's kind of got a cool little, shaft adjustment on it instead of having the two twist knobs or anything like that, like the AT Max or the Equinox 800 or 600s. This one's just got a flip tab, and you just slide it to where you need it, flip it down, and it locks it in place. So I think that's kind of cool. Makes it a little quicker, a little easier. Definitely a lot easier than trying to twist and crank on it. First thing I noticed was screwing the coils on. You don't have the nut that you have to deal with on the other side. You just got the screw here. So that part's kind of nice, makes it a little easier and quicker. Then also up here for the armrest is adjustable as well. So that's really cool, if you want to get it for a kid or, an adult or anything like that. It's adjustable. It's not just a fixed position and you're stuck with what you get. So we'll turn this one on and you'll just hit the power button right here and let it load up, and you're good to go. It does have the backlit screen, which you can see the little sun emblem or whatever you want to call it there. It's too bright so you can't tell the difference right now. You also have different volume adjustments on it, which I really like. I know the Garrett A series did not have that. You were just stuck with, a volume that was so loud that anyone could hear it 10 counties over. You got your sensitivity adjustments here. You can see it moving on the wheel up there. And then you've got if you want to custom select something, like say we want to take the 10 mark off, we can just bump over to it with this and then hit the accept reject button down there. We'll put them back on. So just something you can play with if you want to add or remove some notches. You do have an all iron mode as well, which is really nice from an entry-level detector. It does have the pinpoint. You got 4 different modes. You got money. I believe the sword is going to be the relics, the ring for jewelry, and then the little person icon for a personal one that you can adjust yourself. Then since this is the 540, it does come with the Bluetooth for the wireless headset, which is super simple and easy to hook up. All you gotta do is push this button here, blinking over here, sorry, and then you just turn on your headphones. If you're doing it for the very first time, you might have to pair it. To pair it, you're just going to push and hold the power button on the headphones for about 5 to 7 seconds, something like that. And it'll start blinking red and blue. And then it'll connect within about 5 to 10 seconds to this. Then after that, all you got to do is turn your machine on and turn your headphones on. So, it makes it real quick and easy to detect that way. It's really nice. So your batteries are right behind the little Minelab cover here. You can kind of see a little notch down here. You just got to grab that with your fingers and pop it right up. So you're not trying to slide it off and slide it back on perfectly. It just pops on and off nice and simple. 4 AA batteries. You can get the rechargeable, or you can just use, Energizers or whatever other, bigger brands that are good. So that just snaps right back in. Hear it click, good to go. It does come with the dust guard. We don't have it on right now, but it does have that if you want to put that on. So it did come with batteries in it. Well, it's not in it, but it came with rechargeable batteries from Minelab. So that's kind of cool that they're doing that as well with it. So it still keeps your unit rechargeable. And then, of course, with that, you can always get, other rechargeable batteries. So if you're out in the field for a longer day, or you're just really having at it, your batteries die, and you have extra rechargeables, you don't have to run in town to go buy more or anything like that. So that's nice. It's a way to help save some money and cut down on waste. So this kit came with the regular V12 big double D coil, And it also came with the smaller 6-inch V8 double D coil as well. Later on in this video, we'll go ahead and do a head-to-head air test comparison of the V12 versus the V8. See how they do with each other, see how they compare. If there's any difference, if there's a big difference, anything like that. Of course, the big coil, you're going to get more ground coverage. Usually big coils, you get more depth. The little coil, you get less ground coverage, but you can pick out targets better. So there's always that to go with it as well. And another cool thing about the Vanquish series is that it uses the same numbers as the Equinoxes, or the Noxes, whatever you want to call them. So, you know, since your target IDs are the same number, obviously it has a little bit of a different sound. This is more of like a beginner kind of unit, so it has more of beginner sound, I guess, or bell tones or whatever you want to call it, kind of like that. But it uses the same number. So if you watch somebody on YouTube that's using a Nox 6 or a Nox 800 and you have one of the Vanquish series, your digital ID numbers are going to be the same. So, you know, your quarters are still going to be your 29 to 31s. Dimes are going to be like, you know, 26 to 28s, you know, stuff like that. So that's really nice that they kept the numbers the same, so it goes across the board. And then this also has the multi-IQ, which is just what they called their multi-frequency technology for this one. So it's running at different frequencies all at the same time, just like the Noxes can. Obviously the Nox, you have the decision if you want to change the frequency and lock it in at, like, you know, 5, I think it goes by kilohertz. I can't remember off the top of my head, to be totally honest. But, you know, this one, you can't lock it into a certain frequency, but it's using all the frequencies at the same time. So that's another really good advantage with the Vanquishes. You know, like I already said, this is the 540, so this one did come with the Bluetooth headphones. However, if you don't like them or you don't want to use them or anything like that, it does have a regular, I believe it's a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So you can just plug in, you know, like your Apple wired earbuds or, you know, any other whatever earbuds you want to use that are wired. You can do that. And one other thing I wanted to show you guys for the review of this is, since the shaft is adjustable and the armrest is adjustable and it's easily and quickly adjustable, you can really make that thing small. So it's really easy to just travel with. And, you know, you can put the smaller coil on if you need a little bit less, you know, room that it takes up, anything like that. So that's pretty cool about it. It gets nice and compact, it's light, and ready to go. So this one we're going to be using a modern dime. And it starts to pick it up about the 7. Squeaks at 7.5. But about the 6 mark, it gets real solid. Alright, so this one we're going to be using a copper penny. And once again, it's pretty strong at the 6. Starts to get iffy in 6.5. And it's barely on the 7. And we drop off at the 8. So this one we're going to be using a 67 Washington quarter. Again, real solid at the 6. Squeaks a little at 7. And 7.5, it's iffy, and 8, it's pretty much gone. We're using a 2018 modern nickel. 7, it really is clear as day. 8, it's scratchy. And 9, it drops off. So 8, 7.5, 8 seems to be its limit for the nickel. Alright, so this one we're going to be using the 1976 copper penny. Which seems to be real strong at that 6. And squeaks at about the 7, 7.5 mark. So I believe that's a little better than the smaller coil was. Right, and this one we're going to be using the modern nickel for it. And it starts to pick it up at about the 8. It's iffy. About 6, it turns to solid. 6.5, it starts to scratch. and about 7, 7.5, it's about every other. So this one we're going to be using the 1978 dime. Starts at about 6. You can hear it squeaking at about 6.5. Real faint at 7 and drops off at 7.5. Alright, now we're going to be doing the 1967 Washington quarter. Real solid about that 6-inch mark. 7 still pretty good, that 6.5, 7. And about 7.5 it starts to drop off a little bit. Obviously it's not a, top of the line detector, but it is a very solid unit. It feels pretty well built, and I feel like it'll last a long time if you take care of it. It's a really good beginner unit, and it's something that because they have a couple different models of it for the different like options and upgrades that you want. So you can definitely choose how much you want to spend with them. They're really overall not that bad. 540 starts right around the $499, $500 mark. And usually with a package like that, you get a couple extras with it and stuff like that. So that really makes a difference as well. So I would give this at the end of the day a solid Beepkeeper rating of 8 out of 10. All right, guys. Well, we got home and realized that I forgot to do an outro for the video. So we're out here in the beautiful wilderness recording an outro for it. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button. Hit subscribe, if you liked it as well. It really helps us out. If there's any other machines that you'd like to see us do a review on, drop a comment down below. Let us know. We'll do our best to try to get a hold of that machine. We'll do a review, an air test. We'll try to get out and do some field tests with it. Just kind of get a feel for the machine. Until next time, just keep beeping and take all the trash with you.